Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
Good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great start to your day so far. Big news out of the USFL today as tickets are finally now available and on sale. To get the excitement started for the new season even more amped up, we are now joined by former NFL coach and new Michigan Panthers head coach Mike Nolan. Coach, thank you so much for being here. You had so much fun the last time you were on the Live Desk, you decided to come back.
Yeah, Phil, I appreciate it. I did enjoy it last time. I'm sure I'll enjoy today as well.
Yes, no, absolutely. And first things first, Coach, what is the latest with the team? We'd love to hear more about how the Panthers are coming along. We are just a little bit over a month before the start of the season. How are you sort of adjusting to coming back to professional football?
Well, the adjustment's been great. It's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of good people. The USFL is made up of really good people throughout, from top to bottom. Daryl Johnston, who's running it, and Mike Pereira, and the coaching staff that we've hired. I'm really excited about all the people. We've got a great group of players. I'm looking forward to working with them. The players will report probably the latter part of next week, and then we'll get started working with them personally. Thus far, we've been doing some Zoom meetings and things like that, but positionally. But outside of that, really no hands-on until next week. But I think everyone's really excited about what lies ahead, and certainly playing in Detroit there's going to be a real boost to us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our players are excited about that, and as you mentioned, the tickets, that was announced today, and I tell you, it's an extremely friendly ticket price, if you ask me, as far as it goes, and I think it's a great opportunity to watch a competitive, exciting brand of football that's also very affordable to the fan, whether it's a family that you want to bring or whether it's just a bunch of people get together. I think it's a great opportunity to enjoy football and enjoy it with people you love.
Right, no, absolutely. And, very exciting news that the team will be getting together later on next week. But yeah, as you mentioned, the big news, of course, is the tickets now on sale for the USFL. 9 total games will be played in Detroit this year. I know last year in the inaugural season of the USFL, all the games were played in Birmingham, Alabama. Now they're separated across 4 different hubs, Detroit and Ford Field being one of them. So again, those 9 total games it'll feature both the Michigan Panthers as well as the Philadelphia Stars. Those are the 2 teams at the hub for Detroit. And now you guys have a little bit more of a home field advantage. We saw the Birmingham Stallions win the USFL championship last year with all their games played at their home field. What is it going to be like now having a sort of a real home field advantage come this year?
Oh, that's exciting for the players. I mean, they love it, and obviously we hope for a noisy stadium when it comes to when our defense is on the field, not the offense. But again, we're hoping to get a lot of fans out there to watch us because we're excited to play for them. And it means a lot to guys. And like I said, our hub, the 2 teams are right here in Detroit. So that's a real bonus for our players because we're practicing at home. Like you said, Philadelphia is semi on the road, although they'll consider this field when they have their games as their own home field, naturally when it's not playing us. But like I said, I know that our players are certainly excited about it.
Right. Now, and you as an NFL head coach had been to Ford Field plenty of times. What is it going to be like kind of returning back to Ford Field in Detroit? You talked about it a little bit last time on your experience in Michigan, but what's it going to feel like now with that home field advantage?
Well, to be on the other side is naturally a better experience than when you're the opponent. You'd love to just have nothing but home games if you're, in professional athletics, it'd be great. But anyhow, it's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to be exciting for not only the coaches, but the players as well. And playing in front of a home crowd is always a better experience for guys. It's a positive experience. And not just for the players, but I think the fans are going to really enjoy it. I think the brand of football that we'll be playing, along with the rule changes that the NFL is implementing into our league, those are all things that I think are going to be exciting and bring a new insight into the game that wasn't there before. One of the things I think that's really key, and I think it's really exciting, is that you're really never out of a game, and you really never have a game won in our league because the scoring opportunities where you can go for 3 after a touchdown. Look, you could be 2 scores down, and that's 18 points you could score on 2 touchdowns if you got the 3-point conversion. So There's there's no time to ever leave your seat if you're in the stadium, and there's no time to really leave the television set if you're at home watching a game.
Right. Now, and Coach, as you mentioned sort of earlier in this conversation, the tickets, you called them affordable, great value. Daryl Johnston, the former Dallas Cowboys fullback, now the VP of football operations for the USFL, called it the best value in professional sports. Single game tickets at Ford Field are going for as low as $10 at certain parts of the stadium in the end zone section. And for all 9 games, you could get them for $100 in the club level at Ford Field. What does it mean to have these affordable ticket prices, really allowing basically anybody to come in to these games and enjoy some live football during the spring?
Well, if I'm a fan, it's always nice that when you go to a game and you can actually spend your money on food and things that you enjoy, whether it's paraphernalia or whatever it might be. But you can do those things as opposed to just try to get into the game and then you're sitting there and you're already out of money. So I think it's a great opportunity where friends can get together and go to games as well as families. And like I said, and watch a good brand of football, one that's exciting. And I just think it's a great experience, whether it's for family, friends, or however you travel to the game. I really think it's the low prices, like you stated, allow people to go to a game and just enjoy it and not feel like they've sunk a lot of money into it, which they could do at the game. Like I said, eat a lot of hot dogs, drink a lot of beer.
Right. No, absolutely. And, we are just a little bit over a month away from the start of the season. Although the Panthers and Stars won't be playing at Ford Field until April 30th, we are getting really close to the season starting. I'm excited for it. What exactly is it about the start of a football season that gets you the most excited about it? Is it sort of getting together with all the players and coaches again? Is it seeing all the fans in the stands? Is it really a combination of everything?
Well, as a team, a lot of times you've just been hitting on your own people for all this time. You're practicing against your own people. Everything is just within your own group. So it's the first test when you open a season against another opponent that's been doing the same thing as you. So it's a real test for both teams to gauge where they are. It's one thing to gauge yourself against your own people. It's a whole nother thing when you go against another team. You get very familiar with your teammates when you're in training camp, and you become very comfortable with what you have to do, who's a little harder to go against, what their strengths and weaknesses are. When you get into a game against another opponent you haven't played so far, there's a whole different aspect, or for the player and for the coaches that you don't have. And it's actually a competitive environment that's more interesting than the one where everybody's kind of comfortable with who they're going against, because the lines in the sand, so to speak, haven't been drawn with a new opponent where they have been with somebody that you're very familiar with. So that's the excitement for the players and the coaches, I think, is playing against somebody new gives you.
Right, absolutely. And of course, that first game is on April 16th for the Panthers. Coach, as we sort of wrap things up, we want to give you the floor. Really just try to encourage as many people to come on out to these games and buy those tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, look, for the fans, I would say this: when you come to the games, you're gonna see a competitive, exciting style of football. It's going to be very affordable, that you've already mentioned, which I think entices even more people to come. We're looking to have as many people as we can at our games and keep it good and loud so that we can play in that environment. That'll help us, and hopefully help us take the ball away from our opponents, if that be the case, or score on them. But either way, like I said, I think the big thing is it's going to be competitive. It's going to be exciting, and it's going to be affordable.
Absolutely. All right, fantastic. And I do want to remind everyone that if you are interested in checking out any of these games at Ford Field, again, tickets are as low as $10 for some of these seats, and season tickets go for at the highest you're going to pay for a season ticket for all 9 games at Ford Field is about $100. Again, those 9 games, everything you need to know really is available right now to you over on our website, woodtv.com. We even have a link where you can purchase those tickets as well. Coach, thank you so much for coming on the live desk again today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Phil. Always a pleasure to be on with you.
Right, absolutely. And of course, I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.